Alia Parker. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Don't you speak? Hello, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Pretty good.
Um, I'll begin by reminding you that this is the week, the makeup week. It starts, remember I mentioned that at the beginning of the semester. Um, if your attendance is up to 70%, you can make up to 5 assignments starting from the second week of November. I don't know if you still remember, but I remember. I do remember what I keep my word. Anyway, so now if um you have up to 70% attendance, right? So you can make up to 5 assignments. Send me the email today and with the name of the assignment that you want to make up. Each assignment have a name, so you have to have the name of the assignment. Then by Sunday or by Monday, I will get back to you and tell you what you need to do. Okay? Now, if your assignment attendance is not up to 70%, there's no need to request for makeup. But we still have from now until December. So if you can, if you can, I mean, we don't have enough time anymore. So because of that, I would say if you can nudge it up to 65% by December 15th, you can then request for makeup. If you nudge it up before that time, you can request. But right now, if it's not up to 70%, there's no point in requesting, okay? Any question before I'll begin?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So you say email you the name, you say email you, we want to request for makeup work. Is that correct?
Yeah, the names of the assignments that you want to make.
Okay.
5 of them. I can't do more than 5, okay? Miss
5, okay.
Letson,
Yeah.
what's the question?
That's no, that was my question.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, excuse me, I have a question also.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So for classwork 7, you just graded it and it's you stated that I didn't show my work. And like I have followed your YouTube video and like used the formulas on Excel to do the assignment, but you said I didn't show my work. So I was just wondering like
I
what can
will
I
show
do?
you when we finish the class today, you stay back and we look into it, then you will see why I wrote that, okay?
Yeah, same for me. You
Okay.
said the same thing. And you also said I didn't answer question 2, but if you look on my text entry, I answered number 2 on there. I
Yeah,
showed the screenshot.
when we finish, I will show you both of them, you see why I wrote that, okay? When we finish today.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So now today let me first of all start with this announcement. We have week 13. We're starting chapter 9, which is test of hypothesis. There are actually 3 assignments due. But I have 2 here. This one is actually not to the group project is not due this week. So I don't count it as one of the assignments due, but I put it there since I want you to give me names of your group. Now, so I think there's some group have given me a name already or last class. If you haven't, if you're giving me your group members, please, when we finish, take a photo of if I approved it that day, take a photo and email it to me so I don't have to put you in a new group. But if you haven't, I will put everybody in the group by Sunday, so you know their group and you begin your project on time. Now, the other assignment that is due is the homework 9. That is due on the 24th. Miss Boykin, Mr. Boykin, right? what's the question?
Butler Bay.
Huh?
Boy-
Butler Bay.
But it is showing Boykin here.
Yeah, you talking about me,
Oh,
Boykin.
okay. Okay.
So how many people is supposed to be in one group?
Two to five, not more than 5.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Okay, sure, you're welcome. Now let's begin. Of course, you know that you can have access to all this by going to the models and scrolling down to model 8, where you can get access to the group projects. You know, there's a video. There's a video you watch before you start working on the project. Remember, the project you submit 2 files. The project file document where you put your answers, and the Excel file that shows your work, where you get the answers from. Okay. So this is other assignment that is due that is I didn't put on the announcement is classwork 9. The classwork 9 question, I'm going to put it in as soon as we finish this class. Okay. Now let's begin. Test of hypothesis. That's what we have today. The statistical hypothesis is a conjecture about a population parameter. A conjecture or a claim about a population parameter. Okay? Now that claim might be right, might be correct, might be accurate or not. But that's what we want to know. Well, that's what we want to find out when we test hypothesis, to see whether the claim is valid or not. Now, when testing hypothesis, to figure out if the claim is true or false, we go through this process. We define the population and specify the parameter that is under study. Now, the target population and the parameter. Parameter can be the mean, population mean, excuse me, population standard deviation, and population proportion. Then we state the hypothesis that will be investigated. So then we give the significance level. We did significance level when we did a confidence interval. I said you have confidence level. If your confidence level is, say, 95%, that means your chance of being wrong is 5%, which gives you alpha, which is the significant level, to be 0.05, and so on and so on. Then we select the sample from the population, collect data on that population, for that sample, collect data for that population, then perform the calculations required for the statistical test, has run the test, then reach a conclusion. Now, so we use this to answer different kind of questions in business, in medical, in medicine, in science, in education, every field of human endeavor. So the question I will put through here: one of the questions we ask, or researchers in the medical field ask, can be, does a particular medication lower blood pressure? For this, they have to do the clinical trials. And the second question can be, those in the automobile manufacturing can ask, does seatbelts reduce the severity of injuries caused by accidents? Then those in the retail can ask, does the public or customer prefer a certain color in a new line of fashion? So to do all this, they have to collect data, analyze the data, and then go through all these steps that I mentioned. They might have a research department or research and development department that does that for them. Okay. So at this point, we can look at the types of hypotheses we have. We have 2 types: the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis is a statement that the value of the population parameter is equal to some claimed value. Okay? We normally state the null hypothesis uses these symbols here: equals, greater than or equals, less than or equal to. So it's a symbol that has some kind of equality we use to state the null hypothesis. Now, the alternative hypothesis says the opposite of what the null hypothesis is saying. And we use this symbol for it. Okay, not equal to, greater than, less than. Now, what does this mean? It means that you cannot use the symbol equal, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. You cannot use it for alternative hypothesis. Similarly, you cannot use the symbol not equal to, greater than, or less than for the null hypothesis. So each symbol is set on stone for the null and alternative hypothesis. Now we can look at the types of error, because remember when I say alpha level, significance level, if alpha is 5%, that means you have chance of committing error. There's a name for that error. We'll come to that in a minute. It's 5%. So what are those errors, type of errors? We have type 1 and type 2 errors. Now, type 1 error occurs when we reject the null hypothesis that is correct, that is true. If the null hypothesis is true and we reject it, we have committed type 1 error. Now, type 2 error occurs when we do not reject null hypothesis when it is false. So if the null hypothesis is false and we did not reject it, we committed type 2 error. Okay? So now I will use this matrix, this decision matrix, to show you how this works. Make it 18. Okay, I'm gonna arrange it properly. Okay, now if the null hypothesis is true and we reject it, we have committed type 1 error. If it is false and we reject it, we have made a correct decision. Okay. If null hypothesis is true and we did not reject it, we have made the correct decision. If null hypothesis is false and we do not reject it, it's false and we do not reject it, we have corrected, we have committed a type 2 error. So that's what I was saying. Now I'm going to use a real life situation to explain this. I'm going to use the jury trial, because I know that some of you have gone to jury duty before. So in a jury duty, you have the jury, and then you have the state attorney present the case if it's a criminal case, and you have the defendant lawyer, present their own case. Then they will throw it up to the jury to deliberate and decide. Anyway, hypothesis testing can be likened to something like that. So, but know that in a jury trial, there are 4 scenarios, 4 possible outcomes. I'll call it 4 possible outcomes. First one is that the defendant is guilty. Second one is that the defendant is innocent. Third one is that the defendant is convicted. The fourth one is that the defendant is acquitted. These are the 4 possibilities in a jury trial. So now I'm going to apply this here for let's say that this is a trial and a criminal case. I want to use it to illustrate type 1 and type 2 errors. So in this case, I will say that I will state the 2 hypotheses. My hypotheses are as follows. The null is that the defendant is innocent. Alternative, that the defendant is guilty. Is guilty. That's my approach. So now let us use it to illustrate type 1 and type 2 error. Now, the defendant, if HO true means that the defendant is innocent. HO false means that the defendant is guilty. Okay, I'm gonna move this in. So move it in a little bit. Now, if reject HO means to convict, do not reject HO means to acquit. Now, if HO is true, which means that the defendant is innocent, but we rejected HO, which means that we convicted him or her, we have committed type 1 error. If HO is false, which means that the defendant is guilty, and we rejected HO, that means convict him or her, we made a correct decision. If defendant is, if HO is true, meaning that defendant is innocent, and we do not reject HO, meaning that we acquitted him or her, we have made a correct decision. If the defendant HO is false, that means defendant is guilty, and we do not reject it, that means we acquitted him or her. We have committed type 2 error. See? So now you guys know that this is possible because there sometimes the wrong person might be sent to jail because of maybe there's so much evidence against him. Even though he's innocent, it's possible because of a mistake. Maybe witness testimony. You never know. Anyway, bottom line is this. The decision of the jury does not always prove that the defendant did or did not commit a crime. But their decision is based on the evidence that they have. So if that evidence is very strong, the defendant will be convicted in most cases. And if it is weak, then the defendant may be let go in most cases. Nothing can prove something absolutely. That's why we have the significant level. You can say that you're 99% confident, but you can't say 100% confident. So now, in a similar vein, decision to reject or not to reject no hypothesis does not prove anything absolutely. I mean, it proves something, but not absolute. Yeah. So the only way you can prove something absolute, statistically complete, not really absolute, but significant, is to study the entire population, which is not always possible. Okay, all these decisions are based on probabilities. In any case, does anybody have question in what we have covered so far? Any question?
No.
Good, excellent. Now we have let's look at how to state hypothesis. Now their classwork will be based on this, so I want you to put your ears to the ground. It says here, state the null and the alternative hypothesis for each conjecture. The first one says, a researcher thinks that if expectant mothers use vitamin pills, the birth weight of their babies will increase. The average birth weight of the population is 8.6 pounds. Now let's look at the keywords here. We have say that if they use vitamin pills, the birth weight of the babies will increase. Then average birth weight is another keyword. Then 8.6 pounds. So we have you have this in mind when you write your null and alternative hypothesis. You have HO and H1. Okay. Before I start, let me refresh your memory about the symbols we use. For HO, we use equals, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. And for the H1, we use not equal to, greater than or less than symbol. So in here, it says we increase. We increase means greater than, and you can only use greater than in the alternative hypothesis. And this is for average. So you're going to use the average of its mean. So you have mean, we increase. That means greater than 8.6 pounds. That is the claim. That was his claim. That is the increase. Now, the alternative, the null says the opposite of what the alternative is saying. The same way the alternative says the opposite of what the null is saying. So the opposite here will be mean less than 8.6 pounds. However, because we cannot use the less than symbol here, we're going to use mean less than or equal to. Mean, okay, less than or equal to 8.6 pounds. Yeah, 8.6 pounds. So now this is how we state its hypothesis. Now, some books might use this. Some books use equal sign for my hypothesis. So when they might state it at this in this way, I'll say HO and H1. You have mean. And they can have mean equals to 8.6 pounds. 8.6 pounds. Then on the alternative, that's when they will change it to mean greater than 8.6 pounds. The claim. So both of them are correct. Okay. They are correct. Any question on this? Any question, guys?
No questions.
Okay, good. Now let's try another one. This one says, we're not gonna do the math work here today because I want you to understand this part. If you don't understand this part, you're gonna be doing wrong conclusion when you do the math part of it. Excuse me. So this one says an engineer claimed that the mean number of defects can be decreased in a manufacturing process for the compact discs by using the robot instead of human beings for certain tasks. The mean number of defective discs per 1,000 is 18. Mean number is a keyword, just average. 18 is another keyword. So can be decreased is another keyword. Excuse me. Because can be decreased it means less than symbol. So you got a HO, got a H1. So can be decreased, that means mean is less than 18. 18 is the claim. The opposite is greater than 18, but we cannot use greater than symbols here. You can only use greater than or equal to. So the mean greater than or equal to 18. That is it. That's how you state the hypothesis. You state it and then you identify the claim. Okay, let's try this one then. He says, psychologists feel that playing soft music during a test will change the result of the test. The psychologist is not sure whether the grade will be higher or lower In the past, the mean scores was 73. The keyword here is that will change the results. Will change. It doesn't say whether it will increase or decrease. It just say will change. That means it's talking about not equal to. So that the in the past, the mean scores, mean is another keyword, and the score is another keyword. Will change. So we have our HO, okay, and H1. So we change. I mean, it's not equal to. You can only use not equal to in the alternative. So you have mean. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Mean is not equal to 73. Which is the claim. Then the opposite will be that mean is equal to 73. Mean is equal to 73. I want you to notice that so far, the three examples I've given so far, we are using the claim was on the alternatives. You can see here is an alternative. Here it is also in the alternative. And this is alternative. So to do that, I mean, it doesn't happen that way all the time. Sometimes the claim might be in the null hypothesis. That can happen too. So let's look at this example here. Okay. Okay, let's see. It says at least 45% of senior citizens wear hearing aid. Now this is not a mean. See, this is the keyword here. At least 45%. This is not mean. This is a percent, a proportion. And at least means greater than or equal to. Excuse me. The symbol, the operator greater than or equal to can be used. I mean, the symbol can be used only in the null hypothesis. So you have, because this is a proportion, you're going to use P is greater than or equal to 45%. Okay. Then that's our claim. Then mean, sorry, P, which is a proportion, the opposite will be less than. You're supposed to be less than or equal to, but we cannot use less than or equal to in this place. So we can only use less than. So P is less than 45%. And that's it. Any question on this one? Hello, guys. Any question on this one? Okay.
No.
Okay, good. Excellent. Excellent. Excuse me. Look at another example. It says more than 70% of college employees contribute to the United Way Fund. Here, this is the keyword. This is a percent, not a mean. So you're going to use P on this one. More than means greater than. So these are HO and H1. Okay. We have say more than. I mean greater than. You can use greater than here. And because this is a percent, you're going to use P. P, you can only use greater than in the alternative. So you're going to use greater than 70%. That is the claim. And HO is P less than. But since you cannot use less than here, you can only use less than or equal to. So you can use it right here. 70%. So you can see that this one claim is on the no hypothesis. Here it is on alternative. Alternative here. So let's see. There's another one that claim is in the null, like this one here now. I'm gonna move this down. Okay, we have this. It said the average income for accountant is 51,497. Average is a keyword. 51,000 is a keyword. Is a keyword S2. Is means equal sign. Okay. So here we have HO and H1. Is equal sign. And you can only use equal sign in the null hypothesis. And average is the mean. So we're going to use mean symbol. Mean equal 51,497. So I claim right there. Okay. The opposite is not equal to. So mean is not equal to 51,497. Now, whenever you use like now, let me start from this place now, from the beginning, right? Here I can see that this is greater than. I see that it is pointing to the right side. This will give you an example of a right tail test. Because you see the greater than is pointing on the right side. Okay, same thing with this one too, pointing on the right side. Now this one is consider this one where the claim is pointing on the left side. That'll be a left tail test. Left tailed test. Whenever you're using equal and not equal, you call it a two-tailed test. Okay, that'll be a two-tailed test. Now, what are left-tailed and two-tailed tests? Like when we were doing confidence interval last week, we have two sides. That's a good example of two-tailed test. But two-tailed tell me that the critical value. We're going to come to that in a minute. No problem. So this one is the left tail test. This one is two-tailed test. This one is the right tail test. Two-tailed test. Now let's see what I mean by that. We now examine some of the terms we use in hypothesis testing. I think significance level. Significance level is the probability of committing type 1 error, and they use alpha to represent that. You can see right here the probability of committing type 1 error is alpha, which is the significance level. So it means the probability of rejecting the null hypothesis when it is true. Now, critical region is the rejection region. If our answer falls in the critical region, if our answer is equal to the critical value, we reject null hypothesis. So the critical region is the region it's set. So it is the set of all the values of the test statistics that can cause us to reject the null hypothesis. Critical value is the cutoff point. If our answer is equal to the critical region, critical value, or false in the critical region, we reject the null hypothesis. Otherwise, we don't reject it. Now look at the two-tailed test, where the deviation of the estimated parameter is in either direction from the benchmark value. So you can see right here, you have the left tail. If your answer false here, you reject. You can see the right tail. If your answer false here, you reject. So this blue portion are called the critical regions. The yellow portion are called the acceptance region, where if your answer false here, you don't reject. When we start testing the hypothesis next week, you see what I will draw the chart. You see where the answer fails. Now, left tail test is if you have an answer for where the rejection region is on the left side. So if your answer falls there, you reject. On the other hand, if your answer falls on this acceptance region, you don't reject. No hypothesis. So the same thing here applies here, except that the rejection region this time is on the right tail. Okay. Any questions so far on this? So no question. Good. Excellent. Excellent. So let us round it up by explaining the type of test we do. We call it z-test. Z-test for the mean. Probably we may probably do z-test for proportion. Anyway, z-test for the mean, there are two types: the traditional method and the p-value method. The traditional method, which we will start next week, first of all, the working rule says state the hypothesis and identify the claim, find the critical value. Okay, find the critical value, then compute the test statistic and run the test. Make a decision to reject or not to reject the null hypothesis. Now, after that, you can then summarize your results. Okay? Now, how do you make the decision to reject or not reject null hypothesis? Now, we reject if our answer is equal to the critical value that we get from the table. If it's equal to it or if it's bigger than the critical value, you reject. On the other hand, if your answer is less than the critical value, don't reject. Yeah. So that's why I wrote here that reject the null hypothesis if and only if the calculated value, that is your answer, is equal to or exceeds the critical value. Now, I don't want to start to confuse you more by doing running the test, but we do it when we come back on Tuesday. So, but before we go, look at the test statistics here. Z equals x bar minus mean over the standard deviation over the square root of n. We have come across this formula before when we are doing what they call it, central limit theorem. This is what we use to transform the variable to a standard normal variable. Anyway, we'll do more on this. So that will come back. We now start doing the calculation part of this. One of them left. I think this is we'll find out when we start doing it. But one of them is one terror test. The other one is two terror tests. After that, we do the p-value method. Okay. So both of them give the same result, just that it's a different way of doing the same thing. Okay. Any question before I call your names, attendance? Any question?
When are you able to open up the old assignments?
Okay, you weren't here when I was talking about it.
No.
Yeah, this is the week. So if your attendance is up to 70%, send me an email, name 5 assignments you want to redo. I don't open
Okay.
I don't open it. I'll give you something to do to make them up.
Okay, so if I give you 5, then you give something that's
Yeah.
similar to it?
Something to do to make it
Okay.
up. Because those old ones are already graded, so I can't open them anymore. But I can give you something that you do. Your grade will not be used to populate it. You can pick up to 5 assignments.
Okay.
Some assignment, if you let's say that you want to redo a test, right? Then you can add a test to it. So, but it can be more than 5 assignments.
Okay.
So that means if you add tests, that means you have 4 more to make it 5. You see what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Professor, I have a question too, really quickly.
Yeah, hold on. Let me take your check your names. Make sure I have everybody's name here. Parker is here. Grant. Unless you okay, Grant is here. I got Smith. I got Welch. Some of your names I already have here already. Just the ones I don't have that I'm calling. So if you don't hear your name, that means you have it here already. Chain. Got Chain right here. Okay. Salon Christian. I got him here. I got Okuzu. I got Okuzu right here. That Smith. Dennis Smith. And Nomi. How come I didn't see this name before? And Nomi. Yeah, I've not seen it before. I've been looking for. And Nomi, what's your last name? Inomi.
Worley.
Oh, I think it's on the other side. Yep, I got it. Got it here. Okay. Yeah, B. Hmm. B. I saw JB. Who is that?
Me, James. It's James
Oh,
Bor.
James. Oh,
Yeah.
James.
Bor, Bor. But I had a question though.
Yeah, just hold on. Let me finish. Let me say what's it? Say Weibo. Say it's Weibo.
No, Bor,
Oh, yeah, I see
BOR.
it. I see it. I see it. Uh, Jessica Harley. I got her. Okay, I got her right here. Green. Got Kennedy Green. Mila Kimura. Got her name right here. Latson. I got her. I got her already. Right? Yep, I got her already. Minia Hines. I got Hines. Snow. Lydia Snow. Yep, I got her. Right, Sheena Monday. I got her right here. Xavier Hewitt. Boy Ken.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I got everybody now. Yeah. So somebody said now somebody was saying that saying something before about having a
I was
question for me.
I
That was
did,
you.
yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead now.
I was saying that I emailed you maybe about like 3 days ago. So I wanted to know if I was added on to the list of people to request for 5 assignments to be opened or for me to do.
No, you see, if your time, if your attendance is 70%, of course, remember we have a deal, right?
Yeah.
So if you have already emailed me about it, then no need for that.
Okay, but I didn't do the part where I added the specific assignments that I wanted to.
Oh, you didn't add it. Then you have to send me the. See,
Yeah.
it's now up to you now to send me the correct information.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. But when is all this due?
Yeah, I will tell you when I give you the
Oh,
makeup.
okay. Got you. Okay. I'll send you the email today.
All right.
All right.
Now,
Wait, I have a question.
yeah.
So are we emailing you asking you to open specific assignments for us to redo?
No. You tell me the assignment that you want to do. I will give you something that we do to make them up.
Okay.
Now, if it's a test, then I have to open that test for you. But like, say, if it's a homework, I have to open it for you. But if it's a classwork, I have to give you something else. Okay? Hello?
Yes, I heard you.
Okay. Now, there was somebody else was saying that he was having a problem with the what I graded classwork sevens. I don't know if he's still here. Are you still here, sir? Hello?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah. What's her
It's
name
always
again?
me,
What's her name?
Xavier.
Xavier. Okay, Xavier.
Xavier, is it possible I could share my screen to show you my point of view?
I'm gonna show you. We're going there now. Just hold on. It's classwork 7 you're
Oh,
referring to, right? Right? Hello?
yeah, because like when I looked at the assignment, it looks weird. Like it look like, yeah, hello, can you
I'm
hear
gonna
me?
show you what I see on the screen. So you ask me a question. So let me answer you. It's
Oh,
Xavier, right?
and then
Xavier.
is it possible about yes, is it possible I could show you my point of view? Because when I submit an assignment, it don't show none of this stuff like Excel does. It just show just
No,
random
hold on,
numbers.
Miss Xavier. I checked everything you submitted. You submitted an Excel file, right? Right or wrong? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
So let me, oh, this
Yes, I
is you,
did.
right? This is you, right?
Yes.
Good. So let me open it now. This is Excel.
Yes.
Hmm. Let me open it now. Then I'll tell you why you got it wrong. Now, I think you did it. What you did was we are doing mean for frequency distribution. This is not a frequency distribution. This is a probability. See, what you did, average. This is the formula for average for a frequency distribution. I think the video you watch is for the average mean. No, you gotta watch the video for the probability distribution.
Mm-hmm.
So what you did here is not probability. You added all this and divided by. I mean, you use the regular mean. That's not for this.
Yeah.
That is a probability distribution. Here you have to get the px, s times
Oh,
px, then s squared and s. So it's not that you did it as a
mm.
frequency. Okay, let me show you my feedback.
Oh, okay. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
cause I just had like copy the lesson, and then I put your name on YouTube and put up the YouTube video. Like, so I was trying to follow along what you was doing and stuff like that. But I
I,
must have did something wrong. Is it possible, like, if
no,
I could?
no.
It
What
was
I
a
did,
simple
I think
mistake.
what
Like,
you
is it
did,
possible I could?
I think what you did is you watched the wrong the wrong video. You watched the video for calculating the mean. That is different from this one.
Yeah.
This one is the mean, but this is not the mean for.
Okay.
This is the mean for a probability distribution. That's the one you have to watch. But the one you watch for the mean for a frequency distribution,
Mhm.
there are two different things. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
That's why.
So
That's why.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. That's
Is
why.
it possible
That,
I could like just kind of just redo it or something like that? Cause I genuinely like I really need this cause
no,
I can't just take a random 20 out of 100.
I have a question
no,
too.
Miss Xavier, that's why I'm saying if that is the essence of this week, the makeup week.
But I don't meet the attendance requirement
You didn't, then you have to
for it.
meet it up. Then you see, then you can request for it. It doesn't stop
Uh,
this week. It doesn't stop
that's
this
not
week.
that's what I was trying.
Hello, Mr. Xavier, you still here?
Okay. But so when is the last day? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yeah.
I was saying, when is the last day I could when's the last day I could make up assignments? Like, when is the last day you like the cutoff
Yeah,
so I
15th
can
of
know what day
December.
I could really try to meet the requirements for attendance?
15th of December.
Okay.
We don't
And
have
then
much time,
all
but
right.
if you can nudge it up to 65% by 15th of December, then you can request for the makeup. I will accept it. Why? You know why I'm gonna ask? Why I will accept it is that because we don't have
But
enough time for you to get to 70, and that's what I mean. So if you can nudge it up to 65. I will give you the makeup.
okay.
Mm.
Well,
So
what if I
that's
can't make it?
Go ahead.
Because what if I can't make it to 65 because I would say what if if I'm unable to make it up to 65 because I know it doesn't really count as like a real
Why wouldn't
days
you make
off or
it?
whatever, but
Have
I've
you
been
been
going
coming to
home because
class?
my
Have you been
grandparents.
coming to class?
I've been trying my best, but I haven't made it into enough classes because I've been going home left and right because my grandparents.
Well, let us get to 15th of December first. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh,
We'll see what we can do.
okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
Is Chloe Latson, right?
Yeah, I
Latson?
have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
If nobody has space in their group for the group project, can I just do it by myself?
Please, one after the other, okay? Go ahead, Miss Chloe.
Can I just do the project by myself? Because nobody seems to have space.
Then I will give you yeah, I will find how do you know? Have you spoken to anybody?
Cause we got a group chat and nobody's saying anything back. So I think I just rather just do it by myself.
Hold on, give me 1 minute. Okay, I say on the group chat. That's why I wanted to. I told those of them that didn't send their group names, right? Then I will have to assign them to myself to a group. Now,
But I'm asking, can I just submit it by myself since I don't have a group and nobody's saying nothing?
Yeah, you have to wait for me. Wait, let me check because I'm looking at that group chat here. Nobody's sent anything on this group, so I'm
No,
going to.
you're not in our group chat.
Okay. This is not the one you're talking about. Okay.
No.
So in that group chat, they all have a group already. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's gonna happen? You're coming to class on Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Good. On Tuesday, after Tuesday, then if there's no space for you, then I can allow you to do it by yourself.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye. All right, guys, I see you guys on Tuesday. You guys enjoy your weekend.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, bye-bye.